Welcome back to our series on the MFJ-998 auto tuner. In this segment we're going to discuss how to override the tuner settings when it happens to dial up a setting that just doesn't quite make your transceiver or amplifier happy. This doesn't happen very often, but if or when it does happen, you'll want to understand how to do these little tricks to get everything to tune up the way you need it to do. So I've set up a little test scenario here. I happen to know that on this frequency the tuner is fooled a little bit, so I'll go ahead and demonstrate that. Initiate a carrier. You can see that the tuner has tuned up and dialed up a setting that it thinks is a 1.0 to 1 SWR. However, my transceiver sees a 2.6 to 1 SWR. I happen to know that with using external meters and the meters on my amplifier that what the transceiver is seeing is more accurate, and it's enough to make the amplifier kick into SWR protection mode. Now this rarely happens with this tuner, but every once in a while, just an oddball frequency or setting because of your antenna scenario, you'll get something like this. So I'm going to show you how to resolve this. So first let's stop the transceiver from transmitting. What we need to do is come down here to the tuner and take it out of auto tune mode and put it into the semi-automatic mode. So we do that by holding down the mode button, and it happened to jump right to the tuning mode menu, but if it didn't, you just keep hitting the mode button until you got to that one, and then you just hit the C down or C up button until you get to where it says semi. Hold down mode again to save it. Okay, now we're ready to override. We'll come back to our transceiver, have it emit a carrier. You can see it still thinks it's 1.0 to 1 SWR. All you need to do is adjust the capacitance or inductance up or down until you find something that's satisfactory. Now, usually it's going to be really close. You're looking at a scenario where the tuner got really close, but just not quite close enough. So you're only going to have to make a very small adjustment. So in this case, I happen to know that all I need to do is move the inductance setting down one. The tuner now reports a 1.5 to 1 SWR. However, when I come back up and look at the transceiver, what it's seeing is a 1.1 to 1 SWR, which is going to allow the transceiver to emit maximum power. And I happen to know from a previous test that this also makes my amplifier happy. So I'll go ahead and stop the carrier on that. The last steps you need to do are to save the setting. Once you save the setting, the tuner will remember this setting when it sees this frequency, so you don't have to repeat this process every time. All we need to do is hit the L down, or the tune, the L down, and the C down buttons simultaneously, and this setting will be written to memory. The beep confirms it. Now we change the mode back to auto. Now every time I come back and tune up to this particular frequency, the tuner will automatically be set at that, and we don't have to mess with it anymore. So that's the trick on how to override the tuner when you just need to tweak it a little bit.